Welcome to this edition of SAU Magazine, a weekly program featuring news, profiles, sports, commentary, interviews, and special events, all coming to you from the campus of Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.
This is a Southern Arkansas University News Brief. I'm David Parkerson.
And I'm Ross Sims.
Financial issues dominate campus discussion. Tuition is going up. Fall semester rates will increase by 14% or more. A $5 million bond issue was approved by the Board of Trustees. It will fund a new residence hall and other improvements. A second residence hall will be constructed for the new Honors College. In addition, groundbreaking for the Reynolds Center will take place soon.
Changes in the class attendance policy are debated. The SAU Faculty Senate recently addressed the issue. Currently, there is a university-wide attendance policy. The Faculty Senate proposal would have given instructors more flexibility in determining their own attendance criteria. There are discrepancies between the student handbook and faculty handbook on attendance. Course syllabi must list the current SAU attendance policy. The issue will be discussed further in May.
Residence halls now have wireless DSL internet connections. The service provider is Southwestern Bell. To access the internet, students need to purchase a wireless network interface card from the SAU bookstore. Access points are scattered throughout campus, so students should have little trouble connecting from anywhere. And since students have separate internet connections, the strain they may put on the T1 line is minimal.
Backpack to Briefcase Senior Fair Day takes place in the Bruce Center. It was an all-day event that was sponsored by the Alumni Affairs Office. SAU offers services to ease the transition from college to career life. Students could order rings, invitations, and other senior necessities. The booths at the Senior Fair Day included the Registrar, Alumni Affairs, Graduate Studies, Financial Aid, the Office of Counseling and Testing, and the Employment Resource Center.
New cameras have been installed in the residence halls. According to Dean J. Corson, SAU installed the cameras to protect students and property. Cameras have also been installed in the computer labs, vending areas, and outside the front doors of women's residence halls. The cameras are motion sensitive, so they will not tape 24 hours a day. Corson says SAU is not trying to spy on students, but provide a safer environment for them.
Construction of a new parking lot is delayed. Constructors built several ditches to drain purged water so the parking lot could be finished. Even though it should only be a 6-week project, the new parking lot has to be completed before Reynolds Center construction can begin. SAU wants students to have sufficient parking to make up for the loss of spaces that will occur when the construction of the Reynolds Center begins. This has been a Southern Arkansas University News Brief. I'm Ross Sims.
And I'm David Parkerson.
With an SAU profile, I'm Tabitha Taylor. The Students in Free Enterprise team matched its educational outreach projects against the programs of other SIFE teams at the 2003 Career Opportunity Fair in New Orleans. They won first place and are the Free Enterprise Regional Champions. The team includes Chad Batchelor, Miko Campbell, Jennifer Dunn, Morgan Hooten, John Kelly, and Chris Post. SIFE encourages students to take what they are learning in the classroom and apply it to real-life situations. Dr. James Clark serves as advisor for the SIFE team and was named a Sam Walton Free Enterprise Fellow in recognition of his leadership and support of the SIFE program at SAU. The regional champions will present their projects at the 2003 SIFE USA National Exposition next month in Missouri. The SIFE team meets every Wednesday at 5:30 in room 206 of the Business Building. With an SAU profile, I'm Tabitha Taylor.
SAU Sports, I'm Charles Bostick.
And I'm Mary Ligon.
The Mule Rider baseball team ran its winning streak to 7 games after sweeping Ouachita Baptist in a 4-game series. Starting pitcher Brian Barr breezed through Game 2, shutting out OBU, scattering 5 hits and striking out 11. Tracy Jeffrey led the offense in Game 3 while smashing his league-leading 15th home run. Jeffrey went 8 for 15 with 4 doubles in the 4-game series. The Mule Riders meet Christian Brothers this weekend.
The women's softball team completed a 2-game sweep of Valdosta State and the University of North Alabama. The Riderettes shut out North Alabama 3-0 behind starting pitcher Christian Poulin's 1-hit shutout. Offensive highlights include Lindsey Knight, who stole 2 bases. In doing so, she broke her own record of 30 stolen bases set last season. SAU defeated Valdosta in 10 innings with the RBI double from Lindsey Haas. The victories moved SAU's league-leading conference record to 12-1.
In women's tennis, SAU fell to Henderson State 8-1. SAU's only victory went to Amy Thomas. Thomas defeated Henderson State's Kristen King 6-3 in singles play. Maggie Beeler, Jessica Burnett, Sohaila Idani, and Susan Holmes all lost their matches. SAU's record is now 3-15 on the season. Ouachita Baptist University is set to play the Riderettes on Tuesday.
Spring football practice is set to begin. Coach Steve Quinn will enter his third season with the Riders and is excited about the upcoming campaign. The Riders will practice Monday through Thursday each week in preparation for the annual Blue and Gold game, set for May 3rd. After losing 3 seniors, the Riders will work to improve fundamentals and improve depth, with returning starters and the efforts of last year's freshmen. 43 Lettermen will return in hopes of making a run for number 1 next fall. SAU Sports, I'm Mary Ligon.
And I'm Charles Bostick.
With commentary, I'm Amanda Smith.
And I'm Shannon Watson.
Security cameras have been installed in the dorm lobbies.
There are also cameras in the vending areas and the hall computer labs.
The administration claims it is for the safety of students and protection from vandalism of property.
Many students have voiced concerns about the lack of privacy.
Some agree with the decision, stating that if people would act more responsibly, cameras would not be an issue.
It's sad that it has come to this.
If we cannot act like adults, how can we be expected to be treated like adults?
The cameras are only in public areas, so privacy is not the main factor.
We are given freedom when we come to college, but if we abuse it, then it will be taken away.
Cameras may not be the best solution. People do not like to be monitored.
However, if you are not causing a problem, then you have nothing to worry about.
With commentary, I'm Shannon Watson.
And I'm Amanda Smith.
With an SAU police log, I'm Jordan Babineaux. The Student Right to Know and Campus Security Act mandates an annual requirement to provide notice about campus law enforcement, crimes on campus, and policies about crime. SAU policy is that all crimes should be reported to the university police. If not police, then someone. This report must include all crimes reported to campus officials, even if not reported to the police. If crime is reported to you, encourage reporting to police. If refused, then encourage reporting to Office of Student Life. If refused, encourage them to go to Office of Counseling and Testing, especially in the case of rape and date rape, to report. Provide what assistance you can. Obtain form from Office of Counseling and Testing for confidential reporting of crime. The form does not contain the name of the victim and will be used to compile campus crime statistics. Crime prevention is a concern in institutions of higher education. The following message is provided as a public service to the university community. In consideration for safety and well-being, faculty, staff, and students must follow university policy for entering and leaving buildings, after hours and on weekends. Doors should not be propped open nor left ajar during unscheduled hours. Individuals who are not staff or faculty should not be in buildings after hours. The administration also requests that all activities outside normal university hours be scheduled. Practicing these tips will assist in making SAU a safer campus. To report campus crime or if suspicious activities appear to be taking place, contact the University Police Department at 235-4100. That's 235-4100. With an SAU police log, I'm Jordan Babineaux.
I'm Amanda Weber.
And I'm George Stricker.
With job information from the SAU Employment Resource Center. The Sports Information Department is looking for a graduate assistant. The graduate will help with the sports activities on campus. The GA will get a scholarship while working on a master's degree. If interested, contact Athletic Director Jay Adcox at 235-4132 or Assistant Athletic Director Houston Taylor at 235-4104.
The Student Employment Office is now scheduling appointments for the final round of the Student Staff Development Training. For all student workers who have not previously completed partners training or sessions held during round 1 of this semester. Sessions are held in Nelson Hall, room 109, and times can be found in the Employment Resource Center. To make an appointment, go to Nelson Hall, room 212. I'm George Stricker.
And I'm Amanda Weber.
With job information from the SAU Employment Resource Center.
With this week's entertainment news, I'm Tammy Iverson. Spring Fling 2003 is scheduled to begin next week on the SAU campus. Casino night is scheduled from 6 p.m. on Monday. Comedian Tess Drake will perform at 7 p.m. on Tuesday in the Brew Center. Spring Fling activities will begin at 9 a.m. on Wednesday, and there will also be a housing and dining fair. The Student Government Association will have elections from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. At noon, Brandy Beerbaum, Miss SAU 2003, will perform and encore will be on stage. Drawings will be held from noon until 4 p.m. Students can also enjoy games and free food. In the event of bad weather, Spring Fling will take place indoors. The theater department is preparing for its final play of the year, Schoolhouse Rock Live. Performances are nightly from Tuesday, April 22nd through the 24th at Hardin Theater. Based on the Saturday morning Schoolhouse Rock cartoons, the play focuses on a young teacher who is nervous about reaching her students. She is visited by the Schoolhouse Rock muses who encourage the teacher to remember that teaching and learning can be fun. Admission is $1 for students, faculty, and staff, and $3 for general admission. For further information, contact Kristen Larson, Assistant Professor of Theater. Special Olympics events were recently held on campus. 20 teams of athletes, teachers, aides, assistants, bus drivers, friends, and families participated for the area's Special Olympics. The Arkansas Director of Special Olympics, Bobby Doyle, and the Southern Field Representative, Tammy Dean, were in attendance and had nothing but compliments about the facilities, the SAU support, and the organization of the event. And that's this week's entertainment news.
The SAU Broadcast Journalism degree program features a wide variety of professional experiences.
Students are responsible for producing and marketing radio and television programs each semester.
SAU Magazine, a radio news program, is available to stations in Arkansas and bordering states.
The SAU Report, a television interview program, is available to cable systems in southwest Arkansas and northeast Texas.
More than a dozen courses are offered in the SAU Broadcast Journalism degree program.
Writing, reporting, and hands-on experiences are stressed in these courses.
In addition, graduating students are more perceptive analysts of mass communication and broadcast journalism.
They are very competitive in the job field and for opportunities as graduate students.
Information about the Broadcast Journalism degree program can be found on the internet at saumag.edu.
That's saumag.edu for an excellent educational opportunity.
With this week's SAU calendar, I'm Joanna Eaton.
And I'm Kyle Holleman.
Monday, April 14th begins advanced registration for seniors.
Tuesday, departmental scholarship applications are due.
Team MBSF meets at 7:30 p.m.
On Wednesday, Spring Fling will be held in the mall area. Also, SGA elections will be held.
There are also meetings of the Student Activities Board, Inter-Greek Council, and Biology Club.
At 10:30 a.m., the Murphy Lecture will be held in Hardin Theater.
The Passion Walk will be performed at the Wesley Foundation at 7 p.m.
Thursday begins advanced registration for juniors.
At 7:30, MBSF Prayer and Praise will meet.
On Saturday, MCAT testing takes place at the Wharton Nursing Building.
The men's baseball and women's softball teams will be in competition.
And that's this week's SAU calendar.
SAU Magazine is a production of broadcast journalism students in the Department of Theater and Mass Communication at Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.